Welcome to Teachings from the Masters with Daryl Shaun Price.
Hi, welcome. I want to talk to you today more about the concept of the Wu Wei. This is a concept, a philosophy that exists in Taoism that states the master does nothing, and yet through the master, nothing is left undone. And I'll tell you, when I get deep into this concept, this is when I get a lot of pushback from people, because people will always want to say, well, I have to do something or I will get nothing. If you believe that, you are not the master or not acting as the master. Because the reality is you are. You are the master. You are experiencing creation that you have created through this avatar that you have created to experience creation through. So you're experiencing the creation and you are the creator. That is what being the master means. So when you are really tapping into this philosophy of the Wu Wei, you are not doing anything to make things happen. What you are doing is being the master. So what does that mean to be the master? First off, you are. You can't take that label away. You are. That's what you were here to be. This is your purpose of life. Your purpose, your 100% purpose of life, the meaning of life is this: to take energy from the realm in which you have always existed, turn it into physical matter and experience, to create. So because you are the master, because your purpose is to create, that's what you do. And you're already doing it anyway. The problem here is when we lose touch with the idea that we really are the master and everything is created through us, we start to keep feeding energy to outside sources. And we take all that creative energy that inside of us could create anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Financial abundance, amazing health, happy relationships, new adventures, new opportunities, massive events, trips. It doesn't matter what the experience is. You can create it. And even beyond those physical experiences, the ability to have special powers, the ability to know what people are thinking, to be able to fuel, to be able to step at the right place in the right time always. When you have your creator energy, your energy of the master completely in alignment, it just happens for you. When you drain off that energy and start giving it to the experiences you've already created, you stay stuck in that experience. Your attention, your energy is what gives life to everything you experience. You know, I talk a lot about manifesting miracles, and there's a reason for that. First off, I want to point out what a miracle is. A miracle is something that happens that makes no logical sense based on the current paradigm that you are living in, based on your current beliefs, based on the current attachments you have. So, for example, I won the lottery. There you go. There's a miracle. It makes no sense that that would happen. There's no reason to believe out of the millions of people that play, you would be the one that wins. But the moment it happens, your life shifts. You're no longer the same life you were before. And everything that you pay attention to is going to shift. These moments happen all the time. When you really embrace that you are the master. And the reason why miracles are important, because you're not here to create what you've already created. You're here to create, had this experience. Let's do something new now. What else can we create? And what else can we create? And what else can we create? And it keeps going. It isn't a destination. It's a journey of creation. So on this journey of creation, getting the thing you desire isn't even the point. It's allowing yourself as the master to create that thing that you desire, so that you keep growing your capacity to create as you understand more and more how to turn energy into matter. So Roald Dahl once wrote a short story about a man named Henry Sugar, who he found a book in somebody's library at a house he was at one day that talked about someone else's experience with a master yogi who taught them to be able to see without using their eyes. So you could hold up a playing card, the back of it, and know exactly what it is. And Henry Sugar thought this was great, and he wanted to train himself to do that. And he spent all these years training himself to do that so that he could go to casinos and he could play whatever game, and he would knew exactly what card it was, and he would win all this money. And as he trained himself to be the creator, to be the master, to live in alignment, to have that creative energy inside of him and no longer give it in reaction to what was already created, something shifted in him. He did go to a casino. He fulfilled his goal of, I'm going to go win all this money. Then he came back with the money and didn't care anymore. His whole world had shifted so much, the money was kind of a side effect. Didn't know what to do with it because he didn't care that he could be the richest man in the world anymore. His ability to create became so much more important to him than this. So he ends up using this gift to create millions and millions of dollars to open up orphanages and hospitals all around the world for people that don't have the care they need. But the point there is that's exactly what happens when you are the master. You create this thing. And after the moment of, yay, I created something, you realize the thing wasn't the point at all. It was the creation that was the point. So you have desires right now. And I don't know what they are. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's health. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's a deeper spiritual connection. It doesn't matter what it is. That desire is the signal that your spirit has given to you saying, okay, within this current paradigm, I want you to shift your attention to this desire. Just like Henry Sugar's desire to become the richest man in the world was why he went into this. That he got exactly the right book at the right time with the desire that would fit in his current paradigm to direct his attention to become a greater creator. So whatever it is, massive amount of money and financial freedom, a healthy body that's strong and able to do everything you want, having experiences that are once in a lifetime experiences, meeting the love of your life, and having a beautiful family. Whatever that desire is just a breadcrumb that your spirit is saying, okay, within this box you've created, I want you to start paying attention to this. Because that will lead you on the path that you need to go on to get to your next level as the master creator. And here's the funny thing. Once you truly embrace that you are the master, you stop negotiating with your current life. And let me explain what I mean by negotiating with your current life. So let's say your dream is to have complete financial freedom. I want this $192 million in my bank account so I never have to work again. I can do whatever I want. I can invest it and always have money coming in and it's always going to be there. Okay, you want that. Then you look at this world and go, well, yeah, but right now I can't even pay my bills. You now have a choice. Who do you want to be? This person or this person? And of course you're going to say, well, of course I want to be that person, but I don't know how. You just stop being the master. You don't have to know how. You already created it. There's the desire. You've already felt it. It's real. Now, where does your attention go? And most people, because they haven't embraced that they truly are the master, don't have the faith that they really are the creator of everything, will start to negotiate. Like, well, that would be nice, but if I can get to having 10,000 a month, at least it'll improve my lifestyle and I'll have some freedom. And then I can do a little bit more. And then maybe I invest and then I'll work on my credit score. And then I'm going to go buy properties. And then and they plan their way out of, let's safely break these boundaries and these attachments little by little. The only thing that separates you from this person that you truly want to be and this person that you are now are the attachments you have to this person that you are now. That's it. So what happens when you decide, you know what? Daryl Shaun Price is right. I am the master. I can feel that. I am here to create. I can feel that. I will not create this anymore. I will create this. What happens is you stop negotiating. This no longer gets my attention. Oh, there's a bill that came due. Didn't have the money. I don't care. I'm not even paying attention to it. Whatever. I'll sort it out as I sort it out because I'm this person. This is not my reality. This is. And I know you're going to say, but how can I do that if I still see the bills and the people are still calling me and this and that? It's about the energy and where your energy goes. Of course, you're going to still see the bills and the people are still calling because that's what you've already created. Let it play itself out. This takes a huge leap of faith. A huge, huge leap of faith. Let it play itself out. Respond as you need to respond, but it gets no attention. It gets no reaction. My energy, my emotions are not here ever again. Oh, I'm now creating this. And then what happens is those things that are playing out so that you can let go of the attachments that kept you limited. And you created those attachments, those beliefs for a reason. At one point, you thought they kept you safe. I'm going to tell you one from my college days. So when I went to college for the first time, I was so excited because I knew exactly what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an actor on Broadway. And my first major was musical dance theater. And I was so excited. I leaned into it. I auditioned for everything. I had got the lead role in a new musical that one of the graduate students had written that was touring all over the area in the college that I was in. And date myself here a little bit, I brought home a VHS tape of one of the performances, showed it to my dad, and I was pumped. And he said, I paid how much to get this tape? Joking about how much he had helped pay for my college. He's like, and then he sat down and said, look, this is fun and it's something you're good at, but it's a 1 in a million that you'll ever make it. You need to be more realistic. And I did for a lot of years. I negotiated my dream and brought it down to my current reality. I was never a Broadway star. I don't have any regrets about that now. Don't get me wrong. Everything happened for a reason. But I realize now, looking back, I could have leaned into this completely and not listened to him, not given the energy, kept going. And I could have created that reality. Because up to the point that I had that conversation with him, I was creating that reality. There was a lady who was a frequent donor of the theater department at the university I was going to, who came up to me after one of the performances and said, you are one of the best people I've seen on this stage in the last 20 years. I didn't listen to that. I listened to this. You create your own reality. Here's the thing. A lot of the ways that people negotiate and bring their dream down to fit into what they currently see is by what they do and call it a mindset shift. And I know you know creators out there that do this. The creators who say, oh my gosh, well, here's the tip, here's the hack, here's the quick way, the trick on how to manifest more money. And you're going to do these things and you're going to feel this. And then if you want more details, you got to come buy my course. Here, come buy my course, come buy my course, come buy my course. Come on. I need you to buy my course so I can have more money. The ones that are begging are the ones that are trying to negotiate with their own reality. There is nobody in the world who wants to take their knowledge, take their message they have to share, and go beg people to come and sign up. Some of the most amazing modern spiritual guides that I'm familiar with. Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, Bashar, Deepak Chopra. They are not out there begging you to buy the very next course and to sign up for the next thing and to sign up and download the free copy of their book and do all this. And that's something I used to do because I thought I had to before I truly understood what it meant to be the master. So yeah, you don't have to do anything because the master does nothing. And yet through the master, nothing is left undone. So what you do? Become the master that you already are. Lean into that with everything. What that looks like is very simple. I'm going to teach it to you right now. Your spirit, your heart, your mind are in alignment. 100%. Doesn't matter what's happening on the outside. I am at peace on the inside. And then when something pops up that feels like peace, I take that step and follow it. And until something pops up that feels like peace, I don't take a step. I stay right where I am, mindful, calm, and peaceful. And I know there's a lot of you who are addicted doers that are going to say, okay, well, I can't do that. I got to do something. I got to keep myself busy. And okay, you can if you want, but those are just the attachments to this that you still have. All of the have to is an attachment to the old you. And you're welcome to keep those attachments. All that does is slow down creating this. You've already created it. You're already heading there. You'll get there faster the more you let go of paying attention to the old you. And it's really that simple, guys. You know, it was really interesting. I saw somebody pop up on my feed the other day who was talking about how manifestation isn't some big thing that shifts your life and all of a sudden you're going to get this millions of dollars and all of a sudden your life is going to be new. It's little tiny things that happen over time that help you feel better about you and moves you towards that. That is not true. Yes, there will be little things that happen as you step into being the master, and you will notice and be aware of them. Oh my gosh, this person stopped talking to me. Wow, I wanted to get more money, and right now I'm struggling more with bills. That's interesting to observe. Oh my gosh, I wanted to lean into really finding that love of my life, and all of these toxic people from my past have now approached me. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, observable things will happen, but that isn't the manifestation. And yes, you as the master could have it switch instantly. You've trained your mind to hold on to the attachments you think, the beliefs you think keep you safe because you've decided this is who you are. So that's what you've created so far. So let go. Let go. Literally, let go. Drop it. You are here to manifest miracles, not take little steps, make a little progress in this realm only. So you have an idea of who that ideal you would be? Beautiful, amazing, delicious. Lean into that. Don't let this take away from that. Don't keep negotiating and playing here and putting your energy here to slow this down. Because here's the key. The moment you become this becomes the new that. And then you go, oh, well, now I have a new desire. Oh, there it is. I lean into that. Now this one's going to happen faster. And it becomes the new this. Oh, now I have a new desire. Lean into that faster. Pretty soon, you become the embodiment of the master that is talked about by Lao Tzu and all the great masters of the past. You become the living embodiment of the Wu Wei. The master does nothing, yet through the master, nothing is left undone. Because all the doing is negotiating with the attachments you already have. So the master has a desire and goes, oh, we're going to create that now. I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to feel it. Awesome. Feels real. I let it go. And I follow the peace. That's all I do. Okay, but what about this and the kids and the family and the bills and the health and the diet and the exercise? Nope. I follow the peace. If peace leads me to do something in one of those realms, I follow it. But I don't follow it because I have to because of this person. I follow it because the master does nothing. It is all done through me. This feels like this. I'm staying in that feeling. Oh, hey, something popped up over here that feels like peace. I'm going to go do that. Oh, peace said go out and get a snow cone. I'm going to go out and get a snow cone. I have no clue how that's going to lead to this, and I don't care. All of that physical stuff is getting rearranged. All of those experiences are getting dissolved and rebuilt to match this. I wish I could help you understand how powerful you are because you are the master. I wish I could help you know and feel how much you can change anything you want to anything else you want in an instant, because you are that powerful. But I'm going to tell you right now, for you to know how powerful you are, stop negotiating with your desires. Stop giving your energy to this old you that you're living now, because it feels safer than just having faith that the new you is already created. Remember, there is nothing greater than the power of you. When you are in alignment, you will naturally create your happiest life and manifest miracles. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next time.